we're going to create a little magic here, we're going to cook a whole meal in one pot at one time. I know it doesn't sound possible, but it is. What we're going to do today is pork chops, broccoli, and a baked apple, stuffed apple, all at the same time. Okay, what we're going to do first is we're going to season the pork chops with a little Pork-and-Ville magic. Now, you see, I want to kind of pat that in there a little bit. Rub it in, rub it in. Now, I'm going to put a little bit of oil on it just to kind of help hold that seasoning in and keep it from burning on the bottom of the pot, because we're going to brown it off in the pressure cooker before we go any further. We want to get some nice color on it. Enough seasoning on here. I'm going to cover the sides, both sides and the edges of it. I'm going to take a little bit of oil, just kind of coat it a little bit, rub that in, pat it down. Same way here. There. Give it a little sheen. Pat that down. Now, I've got the pressure cooker already getting warm. I want to make sure that it's hot enough to get it brown. I'm just going to put just a little bit more oil right in the bottom of it. And we're going straight in with the pork chops. We're going to brown it off really well, evenly on both sides. Wow, perfect. You get some nice color on this. We're going to pull it out. I'm going to deglaze the bottom of the pan because I've got some goodness down there. It's the juices from the pork chop, the oil and the seasonings all married together, which is going to give us a great flavor in the stock when we make the stock with it. All right, so here we go. Nice color like that. A little water to deglaze. Get all those particles off the bottom where all the flavor is, the seasonings and the juices from the pork chops. Pork chops in. Come over to the side. Now we're going to cover it up and let it cook for 3 minutes. Now we're going to put the lid on it. We're going to seal it tight, close it up. We're going to put the regulator on it. The locking pin has just popped up. It's starting to get hot. The steam is starting to come in. Okay, we're going to let it come up to a steam here, get the rattling, and then we're going to cook it for 3 minutes. After the 3 minutes, we're going to chill it down real quick. I'll show you that in the 3 minutes. But in the meanwhile, we're going to start preparing the rest of the meal that we're going to put in the pot and cook at the same time. Now, you know the pork chops are going to take a little longer than the broccoli or the apples to cook, so we're going to stage the cooking. We're going to cook this for the 3 minutes, and then we'll put the rest in and we'll cook it from there. Let's start over here. We've got some broccoli. And what I'm going to do is we don't want to mingle the flavors with everything. We don't want the broccoli to pick up the pork flavor. We want to keep it separate. We want a separate taste when we're setting the plate. So we're going to take and put the broccoli in a little foil and cover it up and put it in there. We're going to season it with a little bit of vegetable magic. Sprinkle it even, like so. And of course, a little bit of butter to kind of help mingle all those flavors together. Put that down. And we're going to just kind of fold it up like this so that the steam will heat it from around and not actually get in it. We'll set that aside over here, and we're going to work on the apples. We're going to make a filling for it. All right, so we're going to take the butter, the brown sugar, mix it together. Now you see we're starting to steam up a little bit here. I'm going to turn it down just a little just to get a steady steam. We're going to look at the time. We want to cook it for 3 minutes. So we've got 3 minutes to finish the rest of this. And what we're going to do is just really smash the butter into the brown sugar just to kind of blend it really, really good. Stir it around. Now we're going to fill both of the apples with it and top it off with a little bit of orange marmalade. All right, so I'm going to take a little bit, put it in this one here. And a little bit more here. Just and kind of layer the flavors. We're going to put some toasted almonds in. Like so. Just wipe off the spoon. A little bit of marmalade on top. There we go. Now we're going to put just a little more butter on top. Butter and brown sugar. Just so that is layered and blends in together. Like so. And then we're going to top it off with almonds. Now, in a minute, I'll show you how to arrange this in the pot to make it work the best. I'm also going to show you how to quick cool. All right, so we're going to shut it down. There's different ways of quick cooling. You can put it in the sink and just run cold water on it, or you can have a bowl or a pan ready with some water in it and just drop the pot in it real slowly. Now, it's only going to take probably less than 30 seconds, but the way you're going to know that the steam is gone is this little safety pin here will drop. See, it has been less than 30 seconds and it's already dropped, which means it's safe to open. Pull it out. We're going to pull the regulator off. Pop it open. There we go. Okay, now you see the pork chops set here. Doing great, doing great. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the apples right between the two pork chops. It's not going to be setting in the liquid in the stock. It's not going to mingle with the pork stock that's been made underneath the rack. That's what the rack is for. Then we're going to take the broccoli and set it right between the apples and the pork chops here, all covered up in the foil. Full meal there. We're going to put the top back on, line it up, and close it. We're going to start it back up after we put the regulator on. We're going to bring it back up to steam. We're going to cook it 3 minutes, shut it down, quick cool again, and we're ready to eat. We've got today's dinner done in one pot. All right. The great thing about the pressure cooker is if you want to mingle flavors like stews and soups and all, it works great. You don't use the cooking rack for that. Just let everything simmer, let all those flavors marry together. If you want to cook things or several things at the same time and you don't want all those flavors to mingle, that's what the cooking rack is for. And that's what we've got here. That's why we're able to cook 3 different things here at the same time. We've cooled it down, quick cooled it in some water. We're going to take a look at it now. We'll take the regulator off. You can tell the pin is down now, so we know it's safe. Crack it open. And wow, take a look at that. The apples look great. The pork chops do. We're going to open up the veg. You can see the steam coming out. The seasoning's there. The butter is melted. All we need is a plate now and fork and spoon, and we're ready to go.